Hi, Sabrina and Malcolm here with another collab video.
Yay, getting a lot of these now. I read to Sabrina the book Scorpia Rising, which is the 9th book of the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz, which was at the time the last book of the series.
Which was really good because I didn't have room for any more on the shelf.
Now, I bought it as a box set. You know, the book people came to the office one day and they had this set, and I thought, well, why not? It's 10 quid for 9 books. Why not?
Yeah.
So we've been working our way through them. It's taken a while, obviously, because there's a few more books out since then, and a couple of films out since then. Finally finishing it off, and we're quite glad to do so, because we're kind of tired of the series right now, and I think something we can unhaul.
Yeah, I need shelf space. Scorpia Rising. Yeah, how many pages before we met Alex in this one?
About 110, something like that.
Something stupid like that, wasn't it? I mean, this, at the time, was the thickest book in the series, but yes, over 100 pages before the lead character in his own series makes actual page appearance.
Hey!
Oh, I think I'd given up the will to live at that point.
Lots of very stereotypical baddie setup. Here's a stereotypical baddie doing stereotypical baddie things. Look how stereotypically baddie he is.
Yeah, this one has... It's not aged well. I mean, what's this one, 10 years old now? So we're talking 2010 and, you know, Little Britain has changed an awful lot since then. And it feels... I would say out of all of them, this one feels the most dated book. This is one where I think, yeah. Even though it's actually not relevant to any tech, like Stormbreaker is, it's dated. And I think a lot of that is because of all the stereotypical tropes and, you know, well, we're going to have the foreign guys as the bad guys, and they're stereotypically foreign, you know, and they've got all the cliche foreign on all. I mean, it really is that, and for over 100 pages.
So anyway, Alex is conned into doing another job for the MI6 Alan Blunt team.
You'd have thought he told him to F off by now, but there we go.
This time he's fearing for his own life and the life of his friends, so he's got to try and do it anyway.
It involves him enrolling in a school in Egypt for posh privileged kids.
Posh privileged kids, yeah. But we already know, because we've seen it from the other point of view, that it's a Scorpia setup. The first 100 pages are setting up all the plans that they're going to do, and they're actually doing something that's pretty noble in a way. Basically, there's some artefacts in a museum that really ought to belong back in its own home country, and that's what they want.
Yeah, that's all they're going to do. But in order to achieve that goal, rather than stealing them or, you know, blackmailing the government or anything, well, they are going to blackmail the government. They're going to blackmail the Secret Service and say, oi, you've got kids working for you. We're going to let this slip. But it involves a doppelganger.
Yeah, so who we've met before. And so there's a whole setup of getting it so he goes to this school in Egypt and enrolling there and trying to check out this mysterious new head of security there who's possibly up to no good and all the rest of it. And of course, Scorpia and everybody know exactly what's going on because they set it all up. And I think about halfway in the story does finally pick up as we get a little bit more what's going on, and as Alex...
Did it?
Does it not?
I don't know. I think I'd given up by then. I think I really just wanted it to be over.
Okay. But, you know, Alex is jumping all through all the usual hoops. But, again, because we see it from the other side of the table as well, Scorpia going, oh, you know, he's fallen into our plans. Oh, we knew he was going to do that. We knew he was going to... You know, there's no suspense. There's no surprise.
No.
You know, we know he's falling into a trap. We're watching the trap set up. We're watching him stepping into the trap. We're seeing the trap set off.
And there are so many references within the first 20 pages. And you're like, that's going to turn up later on. That's going to be in the climax. That's going to be a key scene. That's going to be a key moment. It literally is tick, 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 tick.
And of course, Alex doesn't go alone. And you think, oh, right, yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen here. And yeah.
Yeah, exactly what you think happens.
And then we have another big revelation about another recurring character, Mr. Smithers. And oh, come on.
Seriously? We're going to go with that one?
I almost started laughing with that one.
Yeah, I'd love to see the TV series pull that one. Yeah, so by the time you get to actually a very downbeat ending that we felt was very rushed, it's like having had over 100 pages set up, the ending was like...
Just finished.
And it's like, hold on. We've got a character here now that has to deal with fallout of said events in book, and it's almost brushed over, and you just think, whoa, no, that needed discussing, that needed dealing with, and it's not. It's like at this point the author said, right, that's it, I've done my story, that's it, I'm done, I'm finished with Alex now.
And there are inklings that there is something there, because, as you said, it is addressed a little bit, and some of the other characters talk about Alex in the aftermath of it all. But, it's not really...
It's not satisfactory.
No, there's two big things that happen, and... yeah, it's like, well, okay.
Yeah,
what about it?
We're going to leave it at that.
And then it's a fairy book ending.
It is a happily ever after, and it's like, no way, not after that went down, no way. Yeah, so I suppose, the trouble is the next book that was released is a standalone that deals with the Russian agent that could have very well have been Alex. So that's not going to give us any further answers. And then... I think we go back to Alex, but I'm not sure. But
I don't know.
I don't know. And to be honest, I'm not invested enough anymore to want to carry on with the series. I actually said I've outgrown Alex Rider. And it's like, it's not surprising anymore. It is trope by number. It is stereotype by number. And it doesn't feel fresh anymore. It doesn't feel original. And when you think we've got Charlie Higson's Young Bond series, which is a lot darker in tone and all that, and then obviously James Bond itself has changed drastically in the last decade with the arrival of Daniel Craig. And I just think Alex Rider has kind of been left behind a bit.
You've got 9 books where, okay, they're different baddies and they're trying to do a different thing, but it's the same setup.
It's the same beats.
Same beats, that's it, throughout all 9 books.
I have to admit, we've just started watching the Amazon Prime Alex Rider series, which is predominantly based on the second book in the series, but it does kind of start as a fresh start for Alex Rider. We're not going to mention the film, because that's just...
awful.
Even Anthony Horowitz admits the film is just... so there we go. And it's quite interesting to see how much they've managed to update it. We were watching it and I said, this reminds me of Spooks. Yeah, are any of you old enough to remember that series? But it's got that kind of look. It feels more in keeping with Daniel Craig's Bond, which is obviously the influence for it. The tech, it's all been updated and it fits in really well and everything. And I thought, part of me thought, is this what Anthony Horowitz wanted to write 21 years ago when he started Alex Rider? Yeah, Alex Rider Stormbreaker is 21 years old. It is half my age. I can't believe it. And because I've always felt that Alex Rider books didn't really sit comfortably in either age group. They were neither an 8 to 12 nor a YA. They really sort of didn't know. Sometimes they were just so silly to be that they were 8 to 12. Yeah. And then other times they were so dark, they were like, oh my God, that's like proper YA.
Yeah.
And I think the TV series has decided, certainly in language, sod it, we're going for full-blown YA level here.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think, Anthony's certainly happier with the series, and he's very proud of it and what they've created. And I'm thinking that's perhaps where Alex Rider should have been all along, but 20 years ago he couldn't sell that.
No. So there we go. Alex Rider, Scorpia Rising. I gave it a 3, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd given, like I say, I was happy for it to be over.
Yeah, worth reading, I suppose, but just to complete the series, to be honest.
Yeah, and if you want to stop there, you can stop there.
So have you read Alex Rider? Do you have a favourite? Have you seen the show? No spoilers, though. Maybe we'll see you on episode 2. Comments below, and as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you, and until next time, see you later.
Bye.